Happy trails to you, my friends. Today's video is just a little slightly different. I love to watch Amazing PA, and this man likes to go into like different little old mines and stuff and shows you some old coal mines and interesting things. And one of the scenes he shot, I thought, wow, I really want to paint that. So not only did I paint it, I ordered a very special paint, and we'll see at the end here. And you'll see what this special paint does. And I'm really excited to show you. But I'm also extremely excited to tell you that I have finally upgraded my website. Please go check out boxyqueens.com. boxyqueens.com. I gotta say it twice. And remember to subscribe, verify that link on my website. And I have only put up a few items for sale for right now. I'm slowly working into it. My goal is to make coloring books. I am working on that, and I'll offer those for sale. And then after that, my next goal is to make these skull earring rack holders or key rack holders. And so that is my next goal. And those will be available to sell as soon as I slowly start working on it. But I was able to finish my website, and I'm super excited about it. I'm so happy I got my store up running. I've got everything done. I was able to do my return policy and my privacy policies with my AI assistant on my phone. So that's been really helpful. So now, as you can see here, this picture is coming through pretty well. I'm using acrylic paint for this. And not what the professional acrylic painters use. I'm using my craft paints because they're versatile for many projects, and I will like to use them sometimes for my paintings, especially if I want to do a super fast detailed painting in under 6 hours. And that's how long this painting took me to do. And it's a lot of fun. What I'm doing here is really just blocking in the colors, throwing color on to different areas, and then slowly straightening things up as I go. Now, as I was filming this, I was very disappointed in my filming attempt and my style, and it really made me think harder about how I need to film these products and these projects. So I'm going to be really thinking about upgrading my filming and how I'm doing that, but little baby steps. I'm doing everything in tiny steps, getting this done so I can present to you some awesome art and sell these wonderful things also. And as you guessed it, it's a minecart. And in the video, he was coming down to this minecart, and it had kind of been pushed over to the side a little bit, knocked off the track. And I just thought that was so interesting that I went ahead and I ordered the blackest black paint that you can buy. Musso Black. Or is it Musu Black? Anyway, this stuff is pretty dang cool. It's an acrylic paint, and I just felt like that darkest spot there at the end of this mine shaft needed that black, and I was so excited to use this product. This size of container cost $22, and it didn't really have a strong smell of anything. And here we go. We're going to try it. Wow. Now this is black canvas. I did put black acrylic paint all around this canvas in large sections so you could see the difference of this blackest black already. Look at that. And this is wet. It is going to dry, and it is going to need a second coat. At least mine did. And it didn't really have too much of a problem covering the first coat, but I could kind of see a little bit of my brush marks, so I went ahead and put the second coat on it, and it fixed that problem. So it looks great. This is just for that one little space in the back. Now, this was difficult doing this. I was thinking about Thomas Kinkade, the painter of light, and I said, Tammy, you should become the painter of dark. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to think about that? Because then you kind of have to learn of a way of mixing this black together with the blackest black, so that maybe you can kind of have a middle ground between these two blacks. And then that way you can come in and do a little bit more shading around everywhere. See, I also wanted to creep this black into other areas like the end of the railroad ties. But then I thought it would look almost too velvety and it wouldn't have a good effect. So I stopped here with this hole, and I said, well, this is great concept. I'll just think about something else to do later on that will require this depth and think about different projects for that. So that's pretty much how you try something out. And I am going to put some of this black into the missing parts there in the minecart. Now, I do want to say I only took a screenshot of the video of Amazing PA's video, so I really couldn't get the details of this mine cart. So I couldn't really go in too much and tell you what was where or what was what, because I only had this one little screenshot and I tried to do the best I can. But if I actually had a full picture that I could just pull into and look at, I probably would have gotten more detailed, and I probably would have added another hour or two to my painting. And I don't really know sometimes if it's worth that to put that much detail in. But I enjoy this. I love this how it is right there. Now you can see how it's drying already. And I'm just kind of like wiping it around again. And I'm just making sure everything's a little bit more even. I'm going to speed up as I finish applying this first coat onto different parts in here and getting this just put it in the sections that I like the most. And then you can see that as it's drying, the brush strokes that are coming through, so it's not an even amount of paint across. So I'll go through, cover that up again. This Blackest Black paint was easy to cover up with other paints. If I went out of line, I could easily cover it over with the other color. It didn't leave any texture or raised surface, and it was just about as thick as maybe a black gesso. And I found it to be really easy to work with, and I would love to use this again and even mix it with some other black for another project. But I feel like this one is complete. I really love this piece. It looks so great, and I really can't wait to explore more of these ultra black painting ideas. So thank you for joining. Please remember to subscribe and like, and please check out my new website. Have a great one. Bye.